Road Atlanta Round 3 of the Formula Drift Championship is well underway, as we have now made our way through the top 16 and enter the Grade 8. Some familiar faces have been knocked out, and series leader James Dean is surging, but some new faces like Christoph Bluch and Dean Carnage Carney are taking advantage of the new opportunity to make their case for a championship in front of an excited crowd. Let's get down and dirty in the South, only on Formula Drift Black Magic Pro Championship, presented by Blackview Dash Cameras. Hello Drift fans, and welcome back to Road Atlanta for Round 3, the continuation of the Formula Drift Black Magic Pro Championship presented by Blackview Dash Cameras. I'm Jared Dienda. We've already seen our points leader go out, Frederick Osbo, and the action is about to continue. The sun's going to drop, the lights are going to come on, and the fans are going to get what they paid for. The point system's already been shaken up. Who's going to be our points leader as we crown a winner here tonight under the lights at Road Atlanta? Before we see that, I throw it to my co-host, Ryan Sage.
All right, well, thanks, Jared. I'm down here on the course at Road Atlanta. We've just made our way through the top 16, and as the sun begins to set, this track is going to get a lot colder, and it remains ever so important that drivers make sure they get the proper line coming down this fast entry and into inside clip number 1. Not going too fast into the kitty litter and not running this line where you lose that momentum going up the hill to connect that inside clip number 2 and the outer zone in the horseshoe. Ever so important to do that. If you can, you stand a fighting chance to be on top of the podium here tonight. So let's rev it up and get ready for the action in the Grade 8. Drifting is the only motorsport in the world that is based on judging, so let's break down how that works. In head-to-head battles, the lead driver is supposed to run a specific judging line with as much angle as possible. The lead driver is setting the pace, but the chase driver is supposed to utilize the lead driver as a moving clipping point. Wherever the lead goes, the chase should go too. After 2 runs with each driver leading once, the driver that was the most consistent, most aggressive, and was able to show clear dominance over the other driver will win the matchup. For rules, criteria, and more information on Formula Drift, head to www.formulad.com.
Well, here we are in full swing, Ryan, and Drift fans, our first battle of the Grade 8. Vaughn Gittin Jr., our #1 qualifier, can he continue his success streak? He's going to go against Alec Honadale, who definitely wants to put a stop to it.
Well, fun fact, the last time Vaughn Gittin Jr. qualified first here, he also won the event, but he's got to take on this surging Alec Honadale here in the Grade 8.
That Monster Energy Ford Performance Mustang RTR and Nitto tires throws it into the first clip and hitting switches 97.9 miles per hour.
Great initiation by Vaughn there. You can see the smoothness as he approaches this second outer zone. Not a lot of mistakes there, but Alec is hanging in.
Dials it in as Alec Honadale is tucked in. It's a dogfight as they make their way to that final front clip.
Well, great transition right there by both drivers as they head back up the hill. A strong performance by Alec Honadale in the chase position, but Vaughn Gittin Jr. did exactly what he needed to do in the lead.
Alec Honadale has made a lot of noise over the past few years, a former jet ski champion actually, as he now takes the lead position. Vaughn Gittin Jr., the eyes are going to be on the back of that bumper.
Here we go for the initiation. Snappy initiation by Vaughn in the chase position. Alec through that first inside clip. Nice battle so far here in run 2.
Yeah, barely just tipping over that front clip into the first outer zone, into the horseshoe. Nice job. And now dialing it in. These guys are going for it, Ryan.
Alec really went deep into that zone. Vaughn about a car length back now, navigating through that smoke line. Incredible job here by both drivers, especially Alec towards the end as he pulls ahead.
Is there a standout driver to advance on as we see that aerial shot? Let's go to the Universal Technical Institute judging results. And Alec Honadale beats the former champion.
That was a fun battle. We had to go all out. The car's still low on power. They actually shut off on my initiation, but thank God when you dumped the clutch, it came back alive. So ended up getting the win. Got to find out who's next.
When we come back, more Formula Drift action from Road Atlanta.
Formula Drift on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Black Magic. Own your shine. By Blackview Dash Cameras. And by Hankook Tire, driving emotion.
Welcome back to an iconic track. This is our Monaco, our Daytona, our Talladega. It is the iconic track of Road Atlanta. The smoke is lingering, as are the fans, to find out who advances on and who's going to get the eventual win. James Deane versus Chris Forsberg. Both these champions across the pond, and now who's going to come out on top? James Deane or Chris Forsberg?
Well, James Deane wants to get back to his winning ways like he had in Long Beach. Didn't have the greatest event in Orlando, but he's going up against a three-time champion in Chris Forsberg.
James Deane throws it into that first front clip, almost triple-digit speeds, knocking over that front clip, and now making their way up the hill in that first outer zone.
And this is what James is known for, that smooth and silky driving style. Could have been a little bit deeper into that second outer zone, and you can see here, he pays the price for it as Forsberg is right on his door.
Yeah, great composure there by the Force, applying the pressure around that final front clip and headed back up the hill. Let's take a different look.
So good battle by both drivers. You can see Forsberg here surges, nice transition to avoid the back bumper of James Deane. Deane had that little mistake in the second outer zone, but overall, a good lead to start.
And you can see Chris Forsberg qualifying 21st, James Deane 13th. Doesn't matter how you qualify, it depends on how you do in the battles. Forsberg initiated, James Deane on wheel-to-wheel action.
Wow, James Deane really pushing the pace here, nearly hitting Chris Forsberg, but maintaining very close proximity, and now Forsberg up the hill. He also doesn't get deep into that second outer zone.
Very similar line to that of James Deane out front. The smoke, as I said, is lingering, impeding on the vision of the drivers, and now around that final clip, Ryan, do you think we have a winner?
Well, as we take a look at the lead to lead and chase to chase and who performed better overall, do you think James Deane had a stronger chase run and an equal lead run, and that would give James the win if the judges think the same?
Looking at the Universal Technical to judging results, James Deane gets the win.
Put on the best lead run I could. He was right close to me, left it all on the line. For the first half of the track, I was almost touching him, so it was amazingly exciting for me inside the car. And I know it's a very close battle. Chris drove very clean. And, you know, that's what makes good battles. So, you know, it makes two to make a good battle. So, yeah, so happy. Moving on to the top four and don't even know who I have next. Let's see what happens.
Let's see if the luck of the Irish streak continues as Dean Carnage Carney from Ireland, piloting his Oracle Lighting Achilles Radial Dodge Viper, can take out Ryan Turk and his Advanced Auto Parts Gum-Out Hankook Tires Toyota Racing GT86.
Battle for the next spot in the Final Four underway here as Ryan Turk comes down into initiation. Dean Carney not letting him get away, and a great initiation by Dean. Wow.
Wow, Dean with massive angle in that chase position. Is that going to help him or hurt him? See, that maximum angle allows him to slow down as Turk pulls away and puts it right in the outer zone.
Turk right here on this second inside clip. You can see a lot of throttle control by Ryan Turk out front, and now Dean starting to close that door that he lost coming up the hill.
Yeah, liking what Dean is putting down here. It might be favoring him right now. As we go into that horseshoe, you see Turk zeroing in, Dean Kearney cutting through that Hankook tire smoke, Achilles radials getting the grip and pushing him forward. Dean Kearney qualifying 15th. Can he move on to the Final Four?
Dean out of the chicane. You can see Ryan Turk getting an aggressive start. He knows how fast Dean's car is, and look at it as it just blows right by.
Dean Kearney throwing up some sparks, 100 miles per hour past that first front clip.
Now look at this coming up the hill here. You can see there is a gap established that Ryan Turk wants to close. Dean also goes deep into that second outer zone, so now we're comparing lead to lead and chase to chase on this second run.
Ryan Turk compromising some angle to get to the back bumper of that Dodge Viper. Looks like Ryan Turk struggling a bit in the latter portion of the run.
Well, Dean had that little mistake at the beginning on his chase run, but he made it back and was able to maintain pressure on Ryan Turk. Turk had a little bit of trouble in various parts of the course, so now we go to the judges.
Universal Technical into judging results, Carney gets the win.
I chased him in and he went it in really hard, and I left it about half a second later than I normally do, and I threw it in. I could just feel myself catching him, and I stopped about 6 inches before his taillight actually hit my door and switched back and then just stuck it to him all the way up the hill. So yeah, it was a pretty intense battle. It was awesome.
Our final battle of the Grade 8 poses a Latvian driver versus a Polish driver. Christos Blush versus Peter Vincek. The Wordhouse Drift Team member of James Deane is already in the Final Four. Can his Polish teammate join him? Christop's out front.
Both drivers come out of the start line here. You can see Blush already blasting down the front straight. Great initiation with a lot of angle there. You can see he gets right to the rotation and sticks with it. Oh, and then almost goes off course.
Yeah, like the snappy transition, but not where he wanted to be as you see him getting into the dirt, dialing it in. Peter Vincek right there past that second front clip, Ryan.
A lot of drivers have made up ground during that second inside clip. You can see Peter does the same thing. He's staying with Christoph Blush, but as soon as Blush gets grip, he walks away.
These guys are just flying. I just love the progression. Ryan, if you could think back to 2004, just the vehicles and where we are now, it's unbelievable. Here, Peter Vincek versus Kristaps. Kristaps, remember, qualified third, but can he take down the Polish driver as he's out front?
You can see right here already Kristaps eyeing up Peter as he comes down into initiation. A little bit more of a labored initiation there by Peter, and you can see right here Kristaps already attacking through the smoke line.
Kristaps attacking like an unbound tiger. Coming into the horseshoe, Peter brings it out to that second outer zone. Zeroing in on the front clip are both the drivers, Ryan.
Big angle right there by Peter Vincek. A little bit of an adjustment by Kristaps, but look at this right here. Threads the needle as he transitions to that last inside clip. Incredible job by Kristaps Blush.
Taking a bird's eye view, you can see the precise driving by both of these drivers. World-class pro drivers, a Latvian, a Poland, doesn't matter where they're from. This is top-notch drifting as we take a look at the Universal Technical Institute judging results. Kristaps gets the win.
It's a pleasure to drive with Piotr, so he's fast, he's good angle, amazing, so no word to say anymore, so just we'll try to keep going all the way to the top.
Formula Drift on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Nexen Tire. Driving tomorrow. By Achilles Radial. Tires you can trust. By Falcon Tire. And by Universal Technical Institute. Chosen by industry. Ready to work.
Welcome back to Road Atlanta. The Final Four is upon us. We don't need no stinking easy-ups because this place is filled with smoke. Here's our first battle of the Final Four as the other competitors look on. It's Alec Honadel versus James Dean. Ryan, who's going to come out on top?
Well, Alec Honadel has certainly had some very high marks in this event so far, but James Dean remains probably the most consistent driver in the series right now, so he's going to be tough to beat.
Honadel qualifying higher, so it shows you he has what it takes. Into that first front clip, 98.6 miles per hour goes Honadel.
Incredible angle coming into that first corner by Dean, but it may have cost him here because now Honadel has a 3 to 4 car gap. If he can hold on to a solid lead run here, it'll be great for him in run number 2.
Alec Honadel coming out of the horseshoe, and a mistake goes afoot here for Honadel.
Well, a big mistake there for Alec Honadel, which on the face of it looks like a misshift because he was able to finish the rest of the run. And after a solid performance overall, that mistake is going to cost him.
All signs were saying Honadel would have an advantage, in my eyes at least, and I think all the fans would agree. But now, James Dean has a potential advantage as we go into the second half of this battle.
Well, let's see how Honadel deals with this second run here. Great job so far, but right there, consistency is key. Oh, Honadel on the inside almost goes off course.
Yeah, you could see that early transition from him, throws him into the grass. James Dean doesn't get all the way to the outside zone, but with those mistakes, the signs are saying James Dean could get this victory only a couple clipping points away.
And Honadel aggressive in the chase position. You just wish that he wouldn't have made that mistake in run number 1, and this may have gone his direction, but right here you can see overall James Dean had a strong, consistent performance.
You have to assume it's going to be Dean as we look at the Universal Technical Institute judging results. James Dean's going to the finals.
Something strange is going on with my car. On the first corner there, when I left out the clutch, you could hear like a really grating noise. I thought the diff was broken or the gearbox, but when I transitioned, it came back again. So I don't know what's going on. It's been weird in the last few runs, but somehow we made it into the final. Alec made a mistake, so I think that's my lucky save today.
As we go to the other side of the Final Four bracket, Kristaps Blush versus Dean Carney. Is it going to be an all-Irish finals, or is Kristaps Blush going to put a stop to it?
Well, this has got to be a crazy battle here because both drivers have incredible speed and they're very aggressive in the chase. So here we go, Blush versus Kearney.
All right, Blush initiates in that first front clip. Carney, nice and tight. Man, how is he cutting through that Achilles radial smoke? Both of them on Achilles as well.
And the speed, near 100 miles per hour on the entry. Right there, Kristaps does not go deep into that second outer zone. And you can see right there, Dean takes advantage of it on the door, on the bumper, through the smoke line. Great battle so far.
Kristaps and his BMW have some snappy transitions, but Dean Carnage Carney goes off course, Ryan.
Well, a big mistake there by Dean towards the latter part of the course. What the judges are going to need to look at is, was he through the finish line? Was it completely off course? And is it an incomplete run? We'll find out when we go to the scorecards, but now it's run number 2.
Carney out front, the Oracle Lighting Dodge Viper throws it into that first front clip. Can Kristaps apply the pressure and advance on?
Lots of angle there from Dean Carney and a little bit less aggressiveness from Kristaps Blush on the second run, and you can imagine why with that big mistake by Dean.
Kristaps on the door of the Viper. Carney exits out. One more clip away from who's going against James Dean in the finals, Ryan.
Well, not the greatest chase run here by Kristaps Blues. Probably taking a measured approach because of the mistake by Dean, but then he makes some mistakes of his own. On the last inside clip here, he drops a tire and now goes to the judges' scorecard.
The Universal Technical into judging results one more time, Ryan. So look at this. Mistakes on both sides of the competition. So Kristaps will lead once again, and Dean Carney will give chase.
Not wanting to leave it in the hands of the judges here. Both guys pulling out all the stops. Again, a great initiation by Dean. Oh, and this time he makes contact.
And you can see Dean Carney just getting closer, but then bit off more than he could chew, as it looks like he's going to finish out the rest of the course, which he doesn't need to do, as Kristaps has come to a halt. Ryan, we're going to have to assess this again. Who's at fault in this situation?
Well, we are hearing that the fault is going to go to Dean Carney, so that'll be advantage to Kristaps Blues as they go back up the hill and get ready for run number 2.
As we look at the replay, you see Dean just push way too hard, pushing into the door. They're going to leave it all on the track, Ryan. They're going to the finals, or at least the winner is to go against James Dean, and Kristaps Blues has an advantage in his corner with Dean out front.
Well, the second half of the battle is underway as Dean Carney comes through the chicane down this long front straight. But look at this, Kristaps Blues not letting him get away too far.
Throws it into that first front clip, 98 point. Wow, both of them taking out that front clip, heading up the hill. Ryan, we don't want to see inactive chase. We want to see Kristaps have that composure, and he's doing exactly what he needs to do.
Well, here's Dean Carney wrapping into the second inside clip, goes wide there, and now we have some contact leading to Dean Carney running away with it, and Kristaps Blues looking like he's inactive at the moment.
So some more contact as we see the bird's eye view. Dean approaching the front clip. Kristaps Blues going on the inside of the course. Let's take a look at our Universal Technical Institute judging results. It's a one more time once again.
Well, now both drivers need to assess damage, and we are hearing that Kristaps Blues has sustained heavy damage to his vehicle, and the clock might run out on him. He has 10 minutes to fix his vehicle, but look at this. Dean Carney is actually going to get the win because his vehicle was fit for competition, and Kristaps Blues was not. A sad turn of events here. We'd love to see those battles, but it's going to be Dean Carney moving on to the finals.
Especially knowing that it wasn't really our fault, so maybe I should let him go, but judges want to see a close battle, so I just was doing my best and didn't work out this time, so I'll catch him next time.
The drama unfolds, the plot thickens, but now, when we return, the finals are upon us. It poses two Irish drivers against each other, James Dean versus Dean Carnage Carney.
Formula Drift on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Black Magic. Own your shine. By Nas with Complex 6 for high performance energy. By Nitto Tire, fueled by enthusiasts. And by Blackview Dash Cameras.
Welcome back. The finals are here. The fans are sticking around to find out which of these two Irish drivers is going to get the podium. Can James Dean repeat like he did in Long Beach, or can Dean Carnage Carney get his first ever win in Formula Drift history? James Dean versus Dean Carney. Here we go.
It's been a long, arduous competition for both competitors, starting out underneath the sun, now into the moonlight here. In the finals, James Dean takes the lead.
Nasty initiation there from James Dean, that Wordhouse Falcon Tires S15, nice job. Look at that, Dean Carney on the door of James Dean.
A lot of speed here by both competitors. Dean closing the door here. Great job right there by James Dean to get into that second outer zone, but right out front you can see the consistency showing through from James Dean.
The Oracle light shining through the Falcon Tire smoke of James Dean. Great friends off the track, but now bitter enemies.
Well, incredible job by both guys as these finals continue to be one of the most amazing we've seen all year long. Great lead run by James Dean, an incredible chase by Dean Carney.
It's a bare knuckle fight. As I said, Dean Carney going for his first ever Formula Drift win, and James Dean going for the points lead as they throw it in and send it into that first front clip.
And James Dean already super close right there to Dean Carney. Good transition going up the hill, and look at driving through the smoke line is James Dean, but maintaining that proximity.
The Achilles radials just dusting and kissing that corner, and James Dean, look at that wheel to wheel. They are rubbing it all the way till the end.
Both drivers stay in it. Performance all the way through on both sides. Great job and a way to end the finals.
As we take an overhead view, you can see James Dean knocking the doors of the Dodge Viper. Ryan, this track never ceases to amaze me, and James Dean gets the victory here at Road Atlanta.
And with that, James Dean recaptures the championship lead. Dean Carney in second place and Kristaps Blush in third.
Well, our fans sticking around till the wee hours. It's almost midnight, but they're some of the best drifting fans in the world. And they eventually found out that Kristaps Blush grabs third, Dean Carney grabs second, and James Dean grabs not one but 2 wins out of 3 rounds, and now he's our official points leader. Ryan Sage is with our winner now.
All right, well, thank you, Jared. I am here with your winner, James Dean. Now, James, the testament of a true champion is being able to battle through adversity. You did that here this weekend. You went through some incredible battles with some top competitors, and you got your second win of the season.
Man, I don't know where to start. I can't explain how it feels to be standing here right now. Getting into the final with Dean Carney was just mind-blowing. I genuinely was having tons of fun behind the wheel. I wasn't even thinking about, the championship or anything else. It was just all-out battle. We were touching each other, and oh man, it was so much fun. But yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm super happy. Got to thank everyone that supported me, and yeah, bring on New Jersey.
It's a true joy to watch you drift. Congratulations, your winner here, James Dean, at round 3 at Road Atlanta. For everybody at Formula Drift and Jared Dienda, I'm Ryan Sage. We'll see you next round in New Jersey.
Let's take a look at the championship standings. James Dean recaptures the lead, Dean Carney in second, and Frederick Osbo rounds out top 3. In the Auto Manufacturers Championship, it's Toyota leading the pack, Ford in second, Dodge in third. And finally, Tire Manufacturer Championship, Falcon making the most smoke, Achilles Tire in second, and Nexon rounds out top 3. Thanks for joining us at this iconic track of Road Atlanta. Please rejoin us for round 4 of the Formula Drift Black Magic Pro Championship presented by Blackview Dash Cameras in New Jersey. In association with Formula Drift, this has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports.